today. I don't wanna waste no more of our precious time. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Friday. It's Good Friday. It's Good News Day, and I'm excited to be here to report some much-needed good news because I know we could all really use it. I know I could. I woke up today with some really bad news on the news, and I was like, oh, God, no, not again. No. There's always a threat of war. There's weird stuff going on online. Weird things happen all the time. There was an earthquake in Mexico, which is not good. It's not where I am, thankfully, but it's like the southeast of Mexico. Oh, so it's terrible. Terrible things are always happening. But that's why I do the show, so that I can remind you that there's also good things happening all the time on Earth. Humans come together. They bring out the best in each other. They act kindly towards one another, because I think that stuff doesn't get covered as much. And so we don't hear about it as much because negative news drives viewerships and clips and all that stuff. And that's why I decided to make the show, to remind everyone and myself that there's still good things going on out there. So hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new, welcome to the channel and the show. We are streaming across all 3 platforms: Rumble, YouTube, and Twitter, Twixx. So we're everywhere. So make sure you smash the like and share the stream wherever you are. And I wanted to say thank you so much, Psychotic Mongoose, for starting the year off with a membership to a lucky recipient. So whoever got that has Psychotic Mongoose to thank. And we also had people like Shane G wishing everybody a happy new year. What's going on, Shane G? Good to see you. I hope you had a great new year as well. I hope everybody had a good New Year's. What'd you guys do? Did you party? Did you hang out and chill out? I kind of had like a mini party in my house, a little dancing party, hung out, watched Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, although it was kind of lame this year, not gonna lie. It wasn't the best one. And then I watched Stranger Things after New Year's was over, and that was fun. Which, by the way, we're going to be doing a review on Sunday of that. So if you're interested, come and hang out with us with Verbal Riot and Michelle from that Force of Light. We're going to be hanging out, doing a spoiler review on that on Friday. So that should be fun. Speaking of Stranger Things, this popped up for me, actually. And I wanted to share it with you guys. I thought it was kind of funny. This says, this Stranger Things fan's Christmas tree has an upside down twist. Some people go all out for Christmas, but this Stranger Things fan has taken holiday decoration to a new dimension. He decided to bring Netflix's hit to life in this holiday decor. He set up a traditional Christmas tree, but then created an upside down version inspired by the show's eerie parallel world. Look at this. How creative is this? That's pretty cool. Look at that. There's his regular Christmas tree. You got the ABCs up here. Kind of a nod to the first season. And then you have the upside down tree. Here's the upside down tree. The little demigorgon. Little demigog. It's cute. Another demigod here. It's so cute. And then there was more. He shared a photo of the tree on the Stranger Things fan forum, and the reactions were instant. The creativity of this one goes off the charts. One fan commented, another added, literally the coolest thing I've seen today. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He also crafted a gingerbread house featuring the upside down. Also, look at that. That's so cool. How cool is this? I'm gonna have to show this to Michelle on Sunday when we review Stranger Things. Just to like just to see her perspective. But this is so cool. Look at that. You got the gingerbread house. And then you got the upside down house. That's scary. That's terrifying. I like it. It's safe to say that this Stranger Things inspired Christmas giving fans serious, festive, and sci-fi vibes, and we're here for it. I'm definitely here for it. I like stuff like this. I like when fans get into stuff and like they get all creative and they do really cool things. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. So shout out whether you like Stranger Things or not. This is really cool. Like it's a cool fan thing. So I like it. I like it. And I thought I'd share it. Danny, what's going on? Thank you for being a member for 34 months. He says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Good to see you. It's always nice to see the members and the supporters, the repeat supporters. Always nice to see. Thank you for being here, Dan. And then the Patrick McCarthy. Thank you, McCarty. He gifted a membership to the chat. So thank you, Patrick. That's very nice of you. A lucky recipient has Patrick to thank for that one. Appreciate you, Patrick. Thank you. So next we're gonna go into this really kind of it's a bit of a long story. I'm not gonna lie. I read a short version of it and I was like, I want more details of the story. Like I want to hear more about what's going on in this. So I went to the original article and I was like, I think like the details matter, in stories like this, especially like kindness stories. So I'm sorry that I'm going to have to read most of this article. For those of you who know, I'm not the best at reading. So I apologize in advance for my reading capabilities. But you know what? Grab a coffee. Let Nina Infinity tell you a story. It's story time hour with Nina Infinity because this story is about some British folk. But don't worry, I'm not doing the accent through the whole thing. I promise. I promise, Charlene. Charlene's like, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. What are we going to sit through here? Don't worry. Ian Sofor is not even here. We're not gonna do the English accent. I promise. Because this is a serious story. So I can't make fun of this. I can't ridicule this in any way. This is an important story. We gotta get into this. But before we do, let me get this super chat here from Steel Leg. Robert, you don't have to pay, Robert. But thank you for the $5. I can't thank you, Nina, and everyone enough for being there for me last year when I needed it and helping me with everything. My channel is now at 870 subs. Yay! That's awesome, Steel Leg. That's awesome. It's earned. It's earned. You earned it. So thank you for that. And if you have not checked him out, Steel Leg of History is his channel. Go and check him out. Support him. Give him a sub. Thank you. And dude, you don't have to thank me. We're buds. We're a community here. When we all go through bad things, we gotta, help each other out. We gotta help each other out. We gotta be there for each other. That's what this show is about. That's literally what this show is about, which coincidentally is what this next story is about. So let's get into it. You know what? That was a good segue, Robert. That was a good segue. So here we go. It says, we invited a man into our home at Christmas and he stayed with us for 45 years. Wow. Here's some incredible pictures here. Christmas is often regarded as a time for goodwill, but one young UK couple's act of kindness near 50 years ago changed their lives forever. On December 23rd, 1975, Rob Parson and his wife Diane were preparing for Christmas at their Cardiff home when they heard a knock at the door. I did sound effects. Did you guys hear that? Did you like it? On their doorstep stood a man with a bin bag containing his possessions in his right hand and a frozen chicken in his left. So sad, you guys. Rob studied the man's face and vaguely remembered him as Ronnie Lockwood, someone that he had occasionally seen at a Sunday school as a boy and who he was told to be kind as to he was a bit different. I said, Ronnie, what's with the chicken? He said, somebody gave it to me for Christmas, and then I said 2 words that changed our lives. And I'm not exactly sure why I said them. I said, come in. Aged just 27 and 26 years old at the time, the couple felt compelled to take Ronnie, who was autistic, under their wing. They cooked his chicken and let him bathe and agreed to let him stay for Christmas. What began as an act of compassion turned into a unique companionship of love and compromise that lasted 45 years until the day Ronnie died. Rest in peace, Ronnie. We're gonna watch this clip now, and then we'll get back into the article.
Near Christmas, there's this knock, and I open the door, and there's a homeless man standing there, and we invite him in, and Diane made him a meal, and she said to me, ask him to stay with us tonight this Christmas. And he never left. He lived with us for 45 years. He got a job as a dustman. I was a lawyer then. And Diane said to me, make sure he gets to work on time. So she used to make me get up an extra hour early. And I used to drop him off at the dust yard, then I go into the law practice. And I'd get home at night and he'd be sat in a chair very often, just smiling. And I said to him one night, Ronnie, what amuses you so much? He said, Rob, when you take me to work in the mornings, the other men say, who's that brings you to work in the car? And I say, oh, that's my solicitor. and Di and I have talked a lot about that. We don't think he was proud of being taken to work by a lawyer, but we think it may be he never had somebody take him first day of school. He never had perhaps somebody say when he was 11, how'd it go in the big school today, son? And now he's almost 30, and at last somebody is at the gate.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good people, good humans,
Ronnie
you
would
guys.
go down every week and help with the homeless centre. And one day he came home and he had a pair of old trainers on. And I said, Ron, where's your shoes? Oh, he said, I gave them to a man. He said he didn't have any shoes, so I gave him my shoes and I had these trainers. So and I thought it was ironic, really. Here was a homeless man giving a homeless man a pair of shoes. And he was that kind of a man, you know. He was just amazing.
Good person. He's a good human, just like them, The story gets better. Rob, now 77, and Diane, 76, had only been married for 4 years when they welcomed Ronnie into their home. Ronnie was then almost 30 and had been without a home from age 15, living in and around Cardiff and moving from job to job. Rob would sometimes see him at the youth club that he ran. To make him feel welcome, as welcome as possible, they asked their family to bring him a gift for Christmas, anything from a pair of socks to some smellies. What's smellies? Charlene, what's that? I can remember him now. He was sat at the Christmas table and he had these presents and he cried because he didn't know. He had never known that sort of feeling of love, you know, he said Diane. It was incredible, really, to watch. Oh, that's so sweet, you guys. But I really want to know what smellies is. What's smellies? The pair planned to let him stay until the day after Christmas, but when the day came, they couldn't bring themselves to cast Ronnie out and sought advice from the authorities. The homeless center told them that Ronnie had needed an address to get a job. Rob said, but to get the address, he needed a job. That's a catch-22 that loads of homeless people are in. This is so true. Like, so many people suffer from that. Like, oh, they don't have an address because they can't get a job. And they need a job and they can't have an address. So it's crazy. And this is him. This is Ronnie. It's like a slang term or like a bubble bath. Oh, body wash, body spray. Oh, it's a slang term. Oh, okay, that's funny. Okay. Put in a care home when he was just 8 years old, Ronnie disappeared from Cardiff at age 11, said Rob. And it was only when he was researching for his book, A Knock on the Door, did he discover what happened to him. He had been sent 200 miles away to a school, which was referred to in a report as School for the Subnormal Boys. And he lived there for 5 years. He didn't have any friends there. And he had no social worker that knew him. He had no teachers that knew him. Rob said Ronnie would often ask, "Have I done something bad? Have I done a bad thing?" Something which they believed he picked up from his time at that school. He was always worried that he had offended you or done something wrong. Aged 15, Ronnie was sent back to Cardiff to nothing. They said, "Oh, there he is." The couple said Ronnie was a bit awkward to begin with as he would struggle to make any eye contact and conversation was kept to a minimum. But when he got to know him, and in truth, we got to love him, they said. They helped Ronnie get a job and as a waste collector and took him to buy the new clothes after finding out he wore the same clothes that he was given as a teenager at school. We didn't have kids of our own. It was like dressing your kids for school. We were proud parents, said Rob. As we came out from the shop, Diane, said to me, "He's got a job as a dustman. We've dressed him up as though he's the front man for the for the Dorchester Hotel." Rob laughed. Rob, who was a lawyer, would get up an extra hour to drop Ronnie off of work, which we just heard from his mouth. And then, so I'm not gonna read this part because we just said that we just watched that. And now he's almost 30, and last somebody is at the gate. He said, "This is their beautiful family hanging out." Ronnie had many rituals they became accustomed to, including emptying the dishwasher each morning, to which Rob would act surprised to avoid Ronnie's disappointments. It's hard to look surprised when you get the same question on Tuesday that you had on Monday, but that was Ronnie. "We did that for 45 years, he laughed. He obviously struggled to read and write, but he would buy the South Wales Echo every day," Diane added. Ronnie would buy them the same Marks and Spencer's gift cards every Christmas, but each year he held the same excitement for their reaction. Oh, what a sweetheart. Ronnie spent a lot of his spare time at their local church, gathering donations for the homeless and setting up services, meticulously lining out the chairs. That's so sweet. See, like he received kindness and then he continued to give back kindness for basically the rest of his life. Diane recalled one day that he came home with a different pair of shoes on, and she asked Ronnie, where are your shoes?" He told her the homeless man had needed them. That's the type of person he was. He was amazing, they said. One of their lowest times was when Diane was ill with ME, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome. As she recalled, there being days where she couldn't get out of bed. "I had a little 3-year-old daughter. Rob was away working," said Diane. But she said that Ronnie was remarkable and came into his own, making milk bottles for their son Lloyd, helping out around the home, and playing with their daughter Katie. There's another family picture here. This is Ronnie here. While they admitted the dynamic had its difficulties, including battling Ronnie's gambling addiction for 20 years. Oh, that sucks. That's not a good thing. They couldn't imagine their lives without him. "It's not something I would recommend as a strategy," said Rob, "but Ronnie enriched our lives in many ways. He had a great heart, Ronnie. He was kind. He was frustrating," said Diane. I can understand this a lot. "Sometimes I was his mother, sometimes I was his social worker, and sometimes I was his carer." Sometimes somebody said to them, their children, one day, "How did you cope with Ronnie when your friends came to the house and they said, 'Well, we don't think about it really. It's just Ronnie'?" Rob added that our kids had never ever known a life without Ronnie. He was there before they came, and he was there when they were gone, with children of their own. Here's Ronnie again. And it's a certification for voluntary excellence in 2017. Ronnie Lockwood. Only once did the couple consider supporting Ronnie to live independently a few years after he moved in. As their two children were growing older and space felt limited in their one bathroom home, they approached Ronnie's room to suggest him getting a flat down the road from them. But as they entered, he repeated that familiar question, "Have I done a bad thing?" Oh my God, what a heartbreaking thing. I would never let him go. I'd be like, no, you're staying here forever. Rob said Diane hushed him out of the room, burst into tears, and I said, I can't do it. A few nights later, Ronnie entered their room and asked, "We three are firm friends, aren't we?" I said, yes. Ronnie, guys, my shields might be failing a little bit. "We three are firm friends," he said Rob. "We will be together forever, won't we?" he asked. And there was a moment pause, probably too long. I looked across to Di and I said, "Yes, Ronnie, we will be together forever." And we were. Ronnie died in 2020 at the age of 75 after suffering a stroke, and the couple say they miss him terribly. Only 50 people were allowed to go to his funeral due to COVID, but tickets were hotter than a Coldplay concert, Rob joked. They received at least 100 sympathy cards from the Oxford University professors to politicians and unemployed and the unemployed. After his death, a few 1.6 million well-being center attached to Glenwood Church in Cardiff was named Lockwood House after Ronnie. But the old building and the new building didn't quite match, and they needed extra funding to finish the renovation. But they needn't worry, said Rob. Almost to the penny, it was the exact amount Ronnie had left in his will. In the end, the homeless man put the roof over all of our heads. Isn't that amazing? I just think it's all meant to be, said Diane. People say to us, how did it happen? 45 years. But the honest truth is, in some ways, it happened a day at a time. Ronnie brought a richness into our lives. What an incredible story, you guys. That is something. That is definitely an incredible story. I had to share it. It's so beautiful. And he ended up giving his entire will to charity. That's so beautiful. What a beautiful story of kindness. I had to share it. I just had to. It was so sweet. So rest in peace, Ronnie. What a good man. And to these people here, wonderful, wonderful couple, good humans. We need more people like them in this world. Good humans. Right here. Yay, good humans. Where's my clapping sounds? Where are they? Okay, there we go. Good humans. God, it's so sweet, you guys. I love good people. I love good humans. They make life worth living. What a story. I know. Isn't it so sweet? Isn't it so sweet? It was a good story. And I love that guy's sense of humor. What a cool guy. Speaking of sweet, we have a Brazzy monkey. We have a Brazzy monkey in the house. A Brazzy monkey is here. A Brazzy monkey is here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Thank you, Raz Monkey, for the $10 Rumble Rant. Cheers to you. Thank you. He says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Brazzy. Good to see you. Been missing you around here. Haven't seen you much. So good to see you. I hope you are doing well. We had a bit of a challenging New Year's Day here. My husband caught a cold. So he's like, he's in the cold mode right now. Kind of sucks. But hey, Happens sometimes. That is a great story, says Patrick. I know, wasn't that so sweet? I was like, I have to share this. I saw like a really short clip of it, and I was like, this has to be read in full. Like, there's no you have to like explain how this works and the span of time that it takes and what happened in the end, where he left that money to the center and everything. You had to appreciate it for the details. And the details is what made the story. Good humans! Yay, good humans! Okay, speaking of good humans, we have more good human news. And some of this is like holiday news because obviously Christmas and the holidays just passed, but more news is trickling out. So I definitely wanted to cover some of those, including this one here, which is about a very lovely police officer. He's a sheriff. Deputies save Christmas after finding abandoned packages on the road. That sucks about the packages. Christmas came just in time for several families in Virginia thanks to a sheriff deputy who refused to let abandoned packages go undelivered. So here's that story. We're actually going to watch this one. Thankfully, I don't have to read. So here we go.
Right now, I'm currently sergeant of patrol day shift.
And it was during his day shift last week near the town of McKinney that Sergeant Terrell Coles began to notice something strange on the side of the road.
So the packages was left right here on the side of the road here
Oh,
by
no.
these road mailbox.
With 13 years on the job patrolling Dinwiddie County, he knew that wasn't right.
Normally speaking, FedEx will deliver packages and deliver them to your doorstep.
So he decided to stop
because there were so many left in one spot
and take a closer look at the addresses on the package and those on the mailboxes.
They were not consistent with the numbers on the package.
Sergeant Coles called FedEx and talked with a manager who he says told him
he was going to send someone out to meet me and retrieve those packages.
That didn't happen. So after 3 days, with the packages secure in the back of his patrol car.
So at that point, I took off my sheriff's office hat and put on my Santa Claus hat and decided to deliver some packages.
Olivia Davis was one of the first to get a knock on her door.
I go to the door and he's like, "Are you missing a package?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd actually given up on the package."
While the contents were secure, the box,
it was crumpled up. You can tell when cardboard gets wet.
As word spread online about the packages being found, it turned out others were finding packages on the side of the road as well. Roy Maitland works for the town of McKinney and spotted 4 big boxes on his way into work.
So I stopped and checked them, and they were full packages.
Maitland says those boxes were about a football field away from the Dollar General parking lot. As for Olivia's package,
from here, I'll say roughly about 7 miles.
As for why Sergeant Coles decided to play Santa,
I put myself in their shoes, and I know how I would feel if I ordered something and didn't get here on time.
As for his short-term delivery job,
one thing about police work, you wear many different hats, and this is just another hat.
As for the recipients, they were very happy with his decision.
I thought it was really kind of him to personally come and drop it off.
Sergeant Coles tells me Dinwiddie County Sheriff's deputies are keeping a close eye on the sides of the roads to see if they can find any more packages. I reached out to FedEx to see if they had a comment, and they sent me this statement saying, "We sincerely apologize to our customers, and the individuals involved are no longer providing service for our company." Wayne Koval,
that's good.
CBS 6 News.
Yeah, they kind of didn't do their job right. So, yeah, they should probably be fired. But good for that guy. What a good human. Stepping up, doing what he had to do. And you know what he said? The key thing there, I put myself in other people's shoes and I thought, hey, I wouldn't want to be missing a package that I got delivered for Christmas. And I'm waiting for. So that's the key, to walk a mile in another person's shoes so you can understand, have empathy and kindness for what they're going through. What a good human. Yay, good humans. Yay, good humans. So good. And I just saw a really cool comment here. I like this comment. Hold on. Let me this comment is very interesting. Old man Carming 1834 says, "Good people. I thought they went extinct years ago." We talk about them every Friday, old man. Come and hang out with us at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about good humans and people who do kind things. I know it's almost like they've gone insane. It's like no one ever talks about them. We're always hearing about bad things and bad people doing bad things, but good humans are everywhere. There's tons of good news stories, which I'm going to be covering about today. So definitely, you found the right place. We talk about good people here, and they do exist. They're out there. They're out there. And here's another good person, Yarny. Yarny's here. She rated the stream. Hi, Yarny. Happy New Year. Thanks for rating over on Rumble. I don't know if you rated on Twitter too, but I mean on Twitter, YouTube. But either way, thank you. I appreciate it. We got over 128 people watching right now across all 3 platforms. So make sure you guys smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. We have so many more stories to talk about. So many more good humans. Like, we're going to be talking next about this good human who's in New York. And is really awesome. I love this guy. Okay, he's great. Here we go. NYC doorman honors his mother by helping those in need. This guy rocks. He's got the coolest car. We're going to watch this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to watch the video that kind of went viral, which is why he ended up on the news. And then we'll watch the news article about him. So here we go. We're going to watch this first.
So it happens to be Wednesday night now.
Ooh.
With things you're giving to the homeless.
I'll open the back just to give you an idea.
Let's see what you bring, everyone.
Season on the Upper East Side. Backpacks are something I'm always in need of. Sleeping bags. Now that the winter's here, if you have coats, if you make it worth my while, I'll stop at your building and pick it up if you leave it with a doorman or you want to meet me on the street one day.
You can't miss that. Big no.
John Lennon. It started my first decal ever.
On this car was John Lennon.
And I got so many compliments that I took off. And I'm a big Led Zeppelin guy. That's really my band. And listen, just to show you I can't even drive, that's how much stuff's in my front seat.
Oh, I love it.
And it's all going to go to such a good cause.
Sometimes I'll meet a woman who has a child that has asthma. They don't have the money to buy an air conditioner. I'll buy them an air conditioner. Bought 10 bicycles.
What a good dude.
For their children at Christmas. I'm always requesting toys around the holidays. So if any toys you want to put together for me, that would help me out tremendously. On Facebook, on the Ellen McGuire Foundation to help aid the homeless of New York, there's a picture of John Lennon there. Write to me in a message and I'll reach right back to you. If anybody ever wanted to come volunteer on Wednesday night, just reach out to me on the Facebook page and we'll set it up for you to come on down. But I have multiple families that come down with their children. And if you meet them, you'll fall in love with them right away.
Oh,
and a week later,
love
you'll be back
him.
to bring a gift for the little kid. Taxi.
This guy rocks. And then here's the news thing about him. Here we go.
Well, we all know this time of year is about giving back, but one doorman in New York City is going viral on TikTok for helping others, not just during the holiday season, but year-round. He's got a big car, a big personality, and an even bigger heart.
He's a doorman by day and feeding the homeless by night.
What's up, gentlemen? Hello. How's everybody doing tonight?
He's this Clark Kent of Park Avenue.
Noel McGuire has been working as a doorman in New York City for 42 years.
I love to talk to people, so it's like I feel like I have hundreds of friends just walking by every morning.
And people love to talk to him, usually about his car.
This is Jim Morrison. This is one of the famous albums by the Stones, Sticky Fingers.
On the outside, his car is decked out with rock and roll legends, but inside, it's stuffed to the brim with donations.
These are cookies I give out. I have volunteers give out on the line. These are like a pair of sneakers that somebody donated.
For more than a decade, Noel has been giving back to those experiencing homelessness through his nonprofit, the Ellen McGuire Foundation, named after his mom. She worked at a church and always made sure those who needed a meal got one. That generosity rubbed off on Noel, and it rubs off on the people he meets, even while he's at work.
Katie, I'll see you on Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, Noel shows up with clothes, food, and tons of volunteers, including Katie Fitzpatrick, who met Noel simply because he said hi to her every morning when she walked by the doorman.
He is here, rain or shine, no matter how cold it is, no matter how hot it is.
That reliability goes to show you don't have to be a superhero to make a difference. Noel shows others how to do it every day just by being a good doorman.
If you're a good doorman, you talk to people. You just don't let them walk past you.
And Noel and his car are very well known. People shouted him all day long. Big Noel, which, as you can see here, is his custom license plate. And if someone comes up to his car in need of something, he tells me that even at a stoplight, he gives them clothing, he gives them food,
like,
he
no.
never turns them away.
So sweet and really wise words
Very
to
cool
live
car.
by, not even if you're just a doorman, but for anybody. Don't let life pass you by. Stop and have those conversations.
Absolutely. And I found him from this TikTok doorman stories. And he just, he's just going viral. People love his message and what he does, and just
He's
so
a
great to
human.
see.
You definitely won't miss that car if you see it driving
No,
by. That's
no,
for sure.
go up to him. I had to see it for myself.
That's awesome. I love it. I love those kind of stories. And I see somebody here. I see somebody here. Somebody's here. Somebody that wants this. Hi, Russell Hall. Good to see you. Have a baby giraffe and calm down. Baby giraffe time, everybody. Give it up for the baby giraffe. Woo! Yay, baby giraffe. Aw, we love our little Eeyore, aka Russell Hall, around here. Here's the next story. Now, this story is cool in so many levels because it's about CPR. And you know how much we love CPR on this show. It saves lives. So, and it's done it again. It's done it again. Here's another story about a hero who stepped up. Here we go. Basketball ref who died on the court reunites with a woman who saved his life. He literally died and was brought back. Died. This is crazy. Here we go.
Refereeing high school basketball games can be a thankless task, but those who undertake it do so for the love of the game. For one such ref, though, in Arkansas, the game almost turned tragic last month. Thanks, though, to the quick action of trainers and parents, Little Rock Sports Director Tyler Cass tells us the only tears were those of gratitude.
They saw me die during a basketball game.
Nosakare Holcomb has loved the game of basketball his entire life. But while refereeing a JV girls game at Cabot last month, his life nearly came to an end.
It probably sounds
so
crazy,
scary.
but I would have been okay with dying doing something that I love.
During the second quarter, Holcomb suffered a
That does
cardiac
sound
arrest
crazy, but
and collapsed
also
on the court.
I remember saying to
understandable.
myself, okay, at halftime, you're going to need to eat something and drink some water. Then the next thing that I remember is the nurse asking me my name.
Today, Holcomb watched
That's
video
scary.
of the incident for the first time.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
that's
God.
scary. He
Oh
just
my
fell
God.
over.
Cabot athletic trainer Jennifer Asbury Mathis was the first to Holcomb.
I got up and I ran over and I started to check a pulse. I didn't find anything, and that's when Miss Hicks and Miss Boyd came.
A pair of basketball moms and healthcare professionals quickly moved from cheers to chest compressions,
Yikes.
while Asbury Mathis got the defibrillator.
She was just watching the game. Saved my life. I'm glad she likes basketball.
So happy that we were at the right place at the right time, and we were able to get his heart back going again.
Hero.
And that he was able to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas with his family.
Yay.
Just seeing his face was amazing. Seeing him smile, because whenever we saw him on the court and we're taking care of him on the court. We weren't sure what was going to happen.
Wow.
That's
the reason that I'm alive. Okay, that's the reason that I'm alive.
And not just alive, but back to doing what he loves.
So on day number 2 at the hospital, I said to one of the doctors, so does this mean that I have to no longer be active? They said, no, you actually need to be active. So the next week, I was officiating a basketball game.
And now, 3 weeks later, back in the building where he almost lost his life,
I'm a very fortunate person.
Reunited with the women who saved it.
I thought I was just going to do a basketball game. I died, and y'all brought me back to life.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
They're about to shock you.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm telling you, everybody get certified. Get your certifications. You never know when you're gonna need it. You never know when you're gonna need it. Hey, I spot somebody in the chat. There's an Ian So Forth here. A woman doctor. What a timeline. Ian, that is not nice. That is not nice, Ian. You should watch the story that we read earlier about this British couple. It was so lovely. I did not do the British accent. It was a serious story, but you have to like rewind and watch it later. Watch it after the show is over. It was a good story. Here we go for the next story. This is on the thumbnail because I was like, oh my God, this is a crazy story. More good humans. Hero. Absolute hero. Not all heroes wear cape, people. This is amazing. Here we go. Good Samaritan risks his life to save a family after SUV nearly plunges off a cliff. This is wild. Caught on camera. Here we go. We're going to watch the story.
Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Cecil Hannibal. Tonight, we begin with a story you will only see right here on KCRA 3 News. As a major winter storm moved through our region, many travelers drove through some harsh conditions as they made their way up in higher elevation. KCRA 3's Denza Cortez joins us in studio now with how a Good Samaritan helped prevent a potentially deadly crash. Denza.
Cecil, as Northern California saw a major storm roll through the region, many travelers braved dangerous driving conditions both on Interstate 80 and Highway 50, where Caltrans reported multiple spinouts. Tonight here on KCRA, we will show you one spinout that could have been life or death, and the Good Samaritan who stepped in to help.
That's crazy.
A terrifying moment caught on camera on historic Highway 50. Family's car losing total control. Their lives literally hanging in the balance.
Terrifying.
Behind them, a Good Samaritan jumps out with no hesitation.
During that time, I mean, I think it's the adrenaline kicking in.
That person, Staff Sergeant Ruben Tala, stationed at Travis Air Force Base.
But during the day, we're really excited to go there, we like snow. And then that thing happens.
He and his family heading up the historic Sierra Corridor, but in seconds, faced with a choice.
So you had the car behind you. When you saw that car spin out, what went through your mind?
Well, when I saw the car spin out, like I told you, I thought about my wife and my daughter. What if there's a family on that car? Somebody has to help,
The car teetering hundreds of feet below, dangling by just a tree.
One wrong move, he can be with that car tumbling all the way down to the slope.
I yelled at them, "Hey, do you have any rope? I need some rope."
More
then
humans
one guy
came.
ran back to his truck and give me a rope.
More good
Then the
humans.
other 3 guys, they were holding my hands, try to keep the car not moving.
Highway 50, known for its hazardous driving conditions during the winter, posing trouble for even the most experienced drivers.
So the driver is really thankful. He's really thankful at me. And I think his wife is still in state of shock that time. She was holding her 2 dogs.
A decision that was made in
my
seconds,
God.
but an instinct that changed a couple's lifetime.
It's funny too, because one of her dogs' name is Luna, which is my daughter's name. I was like, how was the coincidence, right?
People might see this video and consider you a hero. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm just doing my part to help somebody else, you know. That's how we're trained in Air Force. We help somebody when they need some help.
No matter the situation.
Good human.
No matter the situation is.
Sergeant Tala said the couple made it out safe with their 2 dogs. Just a scary scenario that could have ended much differently, Cecil.
Talk about being in the right place at the right time, Dads. And obviously, these folks were strangers, but I heard they have some type of connection there.
They
right?
do, yeah. And I found it so interesting that one of the couple's dogs in that spin out was named Luna. And Sergeant Tala has a 22-month-old daughter named Luna. And he said, if I was in that scenario, I'd want someone to help.
Wow. So they didn't know each other now, but they will forever be connected.
Forever be connected. We tried getting in touch with that family, but they are grateful that they're alive and that they were able to continue, especially during this holiday season. So
that's why we need good people around.
Exactly.
Lifetime friends. Lifetime friends. Also, side note, because I'm just going to be a narcissist for a second and include myself in this situation. My old cat, before Yuki, her name was Luna, and I'm reporting on this story. So there we go. What a sign. Luna was looking out. I know, like, Luna is my guardian angel, so she's looking out. Love you, Luna. But also, seriously, a really good story. I loved it. I love how the human chain, they like all came together. Yes, the human chain, Cunning Studs. They all came together and they all, like, you know, hung on. That was really cool. That was a good story. What's going on? RZ Man 87 for 5 says, hey Nina, the Purple Rain scene was great, but most of it was shite. Don't need a paragraph, but your thoughts. I'm guessing you're talking about Stranger Things. I will be doing a full spoiler review on Sunday. I believe at 6 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern we're going to be doing it. But briefly, I thought it had a lot of issues, but I did enjoy it for what I thought it could have been a lot worse. But there was definitely a lot of issues. I did like that Purple Rain scene too, but there's definitely a lot of issues, but I just feel it could have been worse. We'll get into details on Sunday because this is not the right show. But come and hang out with us. I'm going to be hanging out with Verbal Riot and Michelle, who's a huge fan of Stranger Things. And we're going to talk all the spoilers. So come and hang out with us then. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, next story. Ian says, oh my God, my cat was called Luna. You're just teasing. You're teasing. You don't have to do that. Do we believe him? You're just teasing me. Are you lying? I fell for it. Are you lying? Are you being... I don't know if I believe him. Ian.
He's way hard.
You're going to make me swear on this show, Ian. You're going to make me swear on this show. Ooh, you saw it on surround sound. You saw it at the theater. Michelle saw it at the theater too. Don't worry. We're going to be talking about it. I can't wait. I can't wait till Sunday because we're going to do like the full spoiler review. It's going to be fun. Come and hang out with us. It's like, I'm so mad at Ian right now. I'm so mad. But this next story will make me less mad. 8-year-old girl and her 14-year-old brother save a bus driver This is a crazy story. Here we go. Thank God I don't have to read.
We're hearing from two students in Ashland days after they helped save a bus driver in distress. Friday morning started out like any other day for 8-year-old Katrina Thomas and her 14-year-old brother Charlie. But as the Crestview students told News 5 photojournalist Mark Durdak tonight, the day quickly turned into one they will remember forever.
Really cool. She's a good bus driver. I ran up there and said, "What is wrong?" And she pointed at her throat. And then I ran back there and got the older kids.
Terrifying. She stopped and had her radio in the air. And so that's when I realized that something was going on.
We were on a hill, like going downwards. So I pulled the parking brake out.
That's when I realized that something was going on.
Oh my God, someone help me. Charlie, get up here now.
So then I was walking up there, like, kind of wondering what was going on.
Hey, we need help on Fork Road, bus 8, bus driver cannot breathe.
We went up there and grabbed the radio and then called the school because I knew that was the quickest way we could get help.
Do you know what that was? You know how to call? I mean,
Yeah. A couple of Dukes of Hazzard movies. You just got to be calm and do what needs to be done at the time.
we need help on bus 8, Fork Road, bus driver cannot breathe.
Yeah, like after the fact, I was a little bit shaky, and like once I got settled down, it was scary. I was trying to keep all the kids calm and make sure they don't get freaked out and try to get them back to the back of the bus.
My brother, he, in the inside when something's going wrong, he's scared, but on the outside, he's calm and concentrated.
I was very proud. Overwhelmed feeling of joy. I was joyful that my kids were knowledgeable enough and knew enough to know what to do to actually help somebody, legitimately save somebody's life.
Proud and
Amazing.
Happy with myself and happy that we got her all better now.
I'm glad that she's home now and that she's safe.
And she needs to be with her family. That way they can cheer her up and give her hugs.
What a
We did reach out to the bus driver, Michelle Cheadle. Michelle is out of the hospital. She did not want to be interviewed for this story. However, she told the Crestview School superintendent she makes a point to teach students how to use the two-way radio in the bus. She's glad to know some of them were listening.
Yeah, thank God. Saved her life. It's a good thing that she teaches some of them. Get over yourself, kid. Shane G, that's me, and they saved her life. John Thomas, thanks for being here. Member for 11 months. As Lord of the Ring Extended Edition in theaters January 16th to the 18th and the 23rd to the 25th. Get tickets. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that was going to be happening. I think Mama Infinity's coming to town around that time. It's my birthday on the 28th, so that'll be fun. I don't know if I'll get to see it. I don't know if they're gonna bring it to the theater here, but that'll be cool to watch. My birthday falls on the Wednesday this year, but I don't know if I'll be streaming. So I'll probably do my birthday celebration with you guys on the 23rd. We'll do a birthday celebration because I think my mom's coming on the 25th. Now I'm just doing planning. God, time is going by way too fast, you guys. It's like, I know it's your birthday again. I know it's like, I totally feel like that right now. I'm like, why? It's like, as you get older, you just don't want your birthday to come around anymore. You're just like, no, I don't want to get older. Ugh, it's so annoying. Ooh, TZ says, I'm going to watch The Lord of the Rings next week when we are on vacation in California. Ooh, that sounds fun. You should. You should do it. Fathom events, probably USA only. Yeah, probably, I'm guessing. Sometimes they do bring them here, though. They did a bunch. I think they did the Harry Potter ones. I think they did the one the old Lord of the Rings one. I think I saw think I saw the Fellowship like a couple years ago when they were doing the re-release or whatever. I remember something. Sometimes they bring them, sometimes they don't. Dark Shadow says, You're still young, you're still a young one, Nina. Wait until you've been on this planet over 5 decades. Just 9 years to go, bro. Oh my god. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Here is the next story, which I thought was really cute and cool. Russell Hall's trying to be like Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, Russell. Here is the next story. It's really cute. I like it. Here we go. It says 11-year-old with 0 snowboarding experience makes cover of snowboarding magazine. I thought this was a really cool story. Here is the cover here. And as you can see, I don't know if can we go on this? Yeah, here we go. As you can see, he's using like this is one of this. It's not quite a snowboard. it's not quite a snowboard. It's like a lid. It's like a lid for a like a container. It's a container lid. And so this is the story of how this image came to be.
North Minneapolis kid is sliding into internet fame.
WCCO's Jeff Wagner shares how a photo capturing joy is helping spread it far and wide.
Snowboarding can be tricky.
I literally have to do this.
That was pretty good.
It does not work.
Especially if your board is designed for something else.
What is it like to try and snowboard on a tote bin lid?
It's kind of hard.
But it's all 11-year-old Mickey Watkins has to work with right now.
Oh.
Along with the desire to emulate what the pros showed him last winter.
And he just gravitated towards us and started hanging out and watching the guys snowboard.
Photographer Mike Yoshida has captured incredible shots of
That's a really cool
snowboarders
one.
shredding mountainsides and soaring between man-made structures all across the world, including North Minneapolis, where a photo shoot earlier this year around a set of stairs and railing happened to include a curious kid. Intrigued, Yoshida snapped this photo of Mickey, showing them his style of snowboarding.
In snowboard photos, a lot of time people are wearing goggles and are covered up.
But not in this picture, as Mickey's eyes and smile reveal emotions snowboarders know well. Did it take you back to being a kid in a way?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think pretty much any snowboarder can relate to like that
That's
first time they
cute.
stood up and just slid down. It's a very simple process, but it just feels so good.
Colin Wiseman is
Such
the
a
content
Canadian
director for the
feeling.
Snowboarders Journal, which dives into the culture of the sport. Photos that make an issue's cover are often a mix of majestic
Wow.
settings and exhilarating stunts. But December's issue, just Mickey.
And it was a bit of an ongoing discussion, you know, because it does break the mold. I don't know. I just felt that one in my gut, in my heart. I was just like, this one just feels good. And thankfully people
cute.
reacted to it the same way as me.
The reaction on social media was immediate, with many commenting how it's one of the journal's best covers ever, and Yoshida telling us it might be one of the most important pictures he's ever taken.
Yeah, I hope it sends that message that snowboarding is for everyone and you don't have to be doing it in some far off exotic place. Like just grab what you can and slide down a hill.
I know you've seen the
I
picture
love that.
online. But what's it like to hold it?
It's heavy.
Wiseman's team sent Mickey several copies of the issue, much to the delight of his mother,
That's amazing. He should cherish that. He gonna cherish it.
capturing a moment that could be the start of something special.
Maybe one day you'll be like this guy up here.
You see this? See all that? No.
With photojournalist Joe Kaczynski, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
I love it because it's one of those things like I remember doing that as a kid. Like we would just go and like grab like trash can lids and like whatever and like slide down the hill. And I think like a lot of people kind of get lost and like, oh, I need the new board. Like even when we're talking about like starting a podcast or whatever, like people get lost in like, oh, I need like the best audio settings or like the best mic and I need the best camera and I need the best this and I need the best that. And it's like, no, you just need like the basic thing and you just need to be you and like do the thing that makes you happy. So like if you can't afford to have like a snowboard, go grab a lid. Go grab a lid and get on it and slide down the hill. It's fun, like just those are the things that I think make life a little bit more special. Is like when you just kind of like you're just going with the flow. You're like you don't care about having like the priciest thing or like the best thing ever, or like having to go to exotic places to snowboard. I like the message. I like the message. Just get out there. Just get out there and have fun. I love it. Russell doesn't think so. It's not amazing at all. Oh, Russell, go find your inner child. Go slide down a hill using a trash can. You've never done it? It's fun. It's fun. In the snow, not on the asphalt. Literally no one gave it an actual board. That's terrible news. Oh, Ian. Get off your high horse, Ian. Get on a trash can. Oh, never mind. You just sent me $25. I take it back. 25 pounds from Ian Southworth. He says, I don't have a parachute, Dina. Should I use a lid? Should I? You know what? Go for it. Take Russell Hall with you too. I'm trying to think if you could use something something else as a parachute if you're like jumping out of a plane, like instead of a parachute, like in an emergency. Has there like ever been a Bond movie that shows that? I don't think so, but I don't know. I have to think about it. Like maybe some type of sheet or something. I don't know. Indiana Jones in the town. That story was an outrage. Oh my God, calm down, Russell. Lizzo's underwear. Maybe her old underwear, but she's lost weight now. Indy used a raft. There you go. Russell Hall over on Rumble is really mad. Nina, you grew up in Canada. You damn well you can't sled down a hill on a cooler lid or a trash can for that matter. You can totally do it on a trash can lid, usually the round ones. We also use them as shields in snowball fights. Come on, Russell Hall. Come on. All these rich people, man. All these elitists looking down on the trash can lid. I'm shaking my head at all of you. Naysayers. Russell Hall, the elitist. Here's another Canadian that I'm sure has used a trash can lid to slide down a hill. Right, script doctor? Back me up here. Back me up. Come on, script doctor. Who said cooler lid? Nobody. Nobody said cooler lid except you. And that guy was using one of those bin, like the kid was using one of the bin lids. Nobody's using a cooler lid. I'm a council estate kid. Anything can be used. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, yeah. The old trash can sleds were the best. Exactly. Thank you, script doctor. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for the backup. It wasn't a cooler lid. It was a bin. Like one of those freaking bins. Like the ones that you put Christmas stuff in. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It's a storage bin lid. Thank you. Thank you, DL. It was a storage bin lid, and it was a perfectly fine thing to slide down the hill with. Stop being jealous. Stop being jealous. We just looked at the story, and I'm saying we used it. We, as in Canadians, as a kid, used trash can lids to slide down hills too. Listen, Russell Hall. Russell Hall participates in class but does not pay attention. Anyways, moving on to the next story, which, by the way, this one got me in the feels like really hard. So,
Shields up.
this one really got me in the feels because I have a sick kitty who we actually had to take to the vet on Christmas. It was awful. But this story really it just really touched my heart. I was like, this is it. This is what good humans are all about. Says anonymous donor pays emergency vet bills for pets on Christmas. This is an incredible thing to do. Here we go.
An act of kindness helped make this Christmas better. One for people seeking care for their pets.
That sure did. That touching act. The employees who witnessed it today. Fox 31's Nate Belt joins us now with that story.
The term Christmas miracle often gets tossed around whenever anything good happens around this time of year. But today, on the very day itself, here at the Wheat Ridge Animal Hospital, an employee says she witnessed a real one firsthand.
Veronica Suazo has worked in animal care for a handful of years, but what she saw on Christmas morning was a first.
I was just a little emotional.
Even though Santa had long returned to the North Pole, his giving spirit had rubbed off on at least one man who came into the animal hospital around 8 a.m.
Said that he was going to hang out here for a couple hours and pay anybody who came in through the emergency rooms exam fees.
Inside this Santa's toy sack, envelopes like this one, each filled with a check to cover the nearly $200 emergency room fee. Suazo was in shock.
I did not know this person, didn't know it was even happening today.
She says the man covered the fees for at least 10 different people while he was there and left some more envelopes behind for anyone who came later. Their reactions?
Some of them were like, no, let's save it for the next person. Other people were crying because they didn't know how they were going to afford to get their pet help.
Relief, Suazo says. Many people who step inside the hospital's doors don't know if they'll ever get.
It gives me so much joy that people can actually bring their babies home.
A kind-hearted holiday gesture, she says, that's nothing short of...
absolutely a Christmas miracle.
On top of helping out all of those people that they did today, Suazo says that the man also made a $400 donation to the animal hospital's charity fund, a Christmas miracle indeed. Reporting from Wheat Ridge, Nate Belt, Fox 31.
What a good human. What a nice thing to do. That's incredible. I love that. What a great story. Ian So Forth, thank you for the 25-pound super chat. Yay. He says, Mom, Can I go outside and play in the street with my bucket lid? You know what, Ian? You know what? I gotta clip one of those, I gotta clip something from Friends, like when like Joey or like Rachel's going like like Ross. I need I need one of those. Russell Hall for $1 over on Rumble says, any feel good stories about something bad happening in Minnesota? No, I don't have any good stories about that, Russell Hall. That's the Wednesday show you should come out for. No, I don't have any stories about that. Your accent is less of a travesty than that story. Oh my God. Well, at least I got a compliment out of it. I'm fine with that. Here's the next story, which I'm sure Russell Hall is gonna love. This one, he's gonna love this story, but I don't give because I love Shaq. You guys know I love Shaq. Shaq is the best. Shaq cares. And he's a great human. He's a big old, great, good human. And he's got a big old heart. It says Shaquille O'Neal helps Texas man get second chance at becoming a police officer. Look, it's another big man. He wants to help big man like him. I love it. Here we go.
Now to a big moment in Kemah today, literally, as NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, who you see there, stopped by to support a man chasing his
Oh my God, look how little this guy is. This is like a regular size human being. And these people are giants. We're going to rewind this story and watch it again, but I just wanted to show the size difference. Like, this is like a regular size human being right here. This is wild. Okay, here we go.
Now to a big moment in Kemah today, literally, as NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, who you see there, stopped by to support a man chasing his dream of becoming a police officer. We've told you about Jordan Wilmore, who hopes to be Texas's tallest officer, but he fell short of passing the state peace officer exam. Now Shaq is helping him get another shot at the academy. Troy Kless was there for this very special moment. Troy.
Yeah, Trayson, a very exciting day here at the Kemah Police Department where Shaq paid a visit this afternoon, and he now plans to sponsor Wilmore on this next journey through the police academy. So again, today Shaq came by to offer words of encouragement to Jordan Wilmore and also speak in front of a crowd here too. Though Wilmore successfully completed the police academy, Wilmore says he was just short on passing the state exam. Now, Shaq, who says he found out about Jordan's story through Instagram, says he wanted to give words of encouragement and also sponsor Jordan in the academy. Shaq is also a certified peace officer in California and Florida and has law enforcement ties in his family. Here's some of what he told the crowd inside Kemah City Hall today.
From 7-footer to another 7-footer, I know how it is because in this adult world that we live in, 24, he's still a baby. You know, most youngsters don't realize that before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. So I just wanted to tell them, hey, don't look at this, don't be embarrassed. You just got to go back in and study harder. It's similar to playing
Shaq says that he also failed his own state exams prior to eventually becoming certified. Wilmore said that he felt blessed getting the chance to meet Shaq and is grateful for his sponsorship. Now, Wilmore plans to go back in the academy in mid-January, and Shaq says he also has a reward that's ready for Jordan once he gets that certification. I'll tell you a little bit more about that tonight at 10. Reporting live in Kemah, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
Troy, I got to say, Shaq proven once again that he is a real-life hero. You got to love that guy.
He is. He's such a good dude. And I love the message that he was saying to that guy, because he was saying, like, you know, if you fail, like, it's okay, you can try again and like try and pass. And it reminds me of one of those one of the old commercials from another basketball legend, Michael Jordan, who said this.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
Yeah, that's the mentality you should have in life when when you're trying to like set out on doing something and you don't necessarily succeed at it right away. You got to think about how you got to, like what MJ said, sometimes you fail and you fail and you fail, and that's why you succeed, because you keep getting back up, you keep going at it again. So that's what it's all about. Just keep going, have resolve, and like don't let anything stop you, including fancy snowboards. Like you can get on a trash can lid and slide down a hill. Even if you're gonna fail at it, you can do it. Script Doctor says his nickname better be High Tower. That's a good one. And Shane G says, do they actually have cop uniforms that'll fit that guy? Probably not. I've watched interviews with Shaq before where he said he's basically has to get his clothes always like handmade, special made for him. So it's probably going to be the same way for that guy, I would imagine. But also, now that he knows Shaq, I'm sure Shaq's gonna hook him up with some cool things, I'm sure. So that'll be interesting. But they'll probably have to like specially make his outfit. I was gonna say costume, but it won't be a costume, it'll be a uniform. Custom made uniform. DL sent in $2 over on Rumble, says last night Cecil said that he needed money. Anna told him to open a daycare. He could at least make $1 million. You know what? All the power to him. Why not? I mean, everybody else does it and seems to be making a lot of money. But let's talk about that on Wednesday, shall we, DL? You know the rules, you guys. No political talk on this show. Don't you think I want to get into that? Trying to stay calm, trying to stay collected. I'm trying to remember that there's still good things happening on Earth. Damn it, DL. Russell Hall over on Rumble says, do you seriously just compare Jordan to a kid who can't even slide down a small hill? I'm comparing Jordan to the mentality of having a winner's mentality, of saying that what Jordan did is right. Even if you fail, you got to keep getting it back up. You got to follow what he's saying. God, Russell, get a reading and speaking comprehension. I'm saying that's the kind of mentality you have to have. You have to have resolve. So that kid, maybe he's going to end up like the snowboarder, like the equivalent of Jordan as a snowboarder, if he keeps practicing, if he keeps getting back up, if he actually gets a proper snowboard and keeps going at it and keeps going at it and keeps going at it. That's what you're supposed to do in order to be a winner, especially in sports. God, you guys are being really challenging today. You know what? Yeah, do what Spike says. Also, Go to your local Leering Center, Rusty. DL's like, should we start a GoFundMe for this kid to get a proper snowboard? I'm sure that photographer can handle it. You don't worry about that kid's snowboard. You don't worry about him. You don't worry about him. What you guys should be worried about is what you would do if you ran into a koala on a bus. This happened when a koala hitched a ride on a bus in Brisbane. When most of us think of public transport, koalas don't usually come to mind. But that's exactly what happened in Brisbane last week. Look at this koala bear. On Saturday night, a call came to Koala Rescue Brisbane South. A koala had been spotted on the City Glider bus. The adventurous marsupial, later named Perry, had been seen dodging traffic on the wild streets of Camp Hill before scrambling up a light post on a traffic island. That the quick-thinking bus driver didn't hesitate. Worried that Perry might climb down and get hit by a car, the driver carefully used the light jacket to cover his head and move him onto the bus to keep him safe. Koala Rescue Brisbane South reminds everyone that koalas are wild animals and have sharp claws and can bite. And being handled incorrectly can seriously injure them. But in this case, the driver's fast thinking likely saved Perry's life. Perry was taken to RSPCA Wildlife Hospital for a checkup, and less than 24 hours later, he was cleared as healthy and released back into the wild at Seven Hills Bushland Reserve, munching happily on eucalyptus leaves. Yay! Here's a video of this. I don't think I can listen to this music. I'm like, Christmas is over. Oh, there he goes. He's going up the tree. Oh, he's so cute. I want a koala bear. Look at his little butt. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, I love him. There he is on the little bus. Oh. Yeah, the music was awful. I was like, ugh, my ears. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. I want one. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, I love him. Oh, I love him. Adorable. Russell Hall says for $1 on Rumble, that kid is the Michael Jordan of snowboarding. If Michael Jordan spent his entire childhood practicing basketball with a rock. Not true. It's if he was practicing basketball with like a bouncy ball or something. Like not like an official Wilson basketball. Oh, Russell, at least your analogies need to make some sense. Come on now. Come on. Rocks don't bounce. But either way. Here's a next little story, which I think is really sweet. and I wanted to read it to you guys because I think that this is kind of like what I always talk about when you like, if you treat people a certain way, then usually they remember it and then they're able to kind of process information in a different way and then act differently. Like it's a really interesting method. And I think this is a cool story about that. So this is it. It says teachers' simple strategy is changing the lives of so-called troublemaker students. For decades, one teacher has quietly been changing the lives of that kid. That kid. And her secret is simpler than you might think. I was definitely that kid. I can tell you that much. I was that kid, the troublemaker. The teacher explained on TikTok that for nearly 30 years, she used the same approach with students who had already arrived with a reputation. You know, the kid that every teacher hears about before the school year even begins. Instead of pretending she hasn't heard the warnings, she does something unexpected. Before the year starts, she finds out what that notorious student, who that notorious student is, not to judge them, but to understand them. Then she visits their former teachers and asks one question. I know they were difficult, but what's something good about them? Sometimes it's that he's a good football player or she's a talented artist or that he's a good singer. All she needs is one strength. On the first day of class, when the student walks in, she greets them with, "Hey, I've heard about you." And at this point, the kid's bracing themselves for the usual speech, "You better not cause trouble in my class." But she changes the script. "You're that great football player I've heard about." She tells him that he wants his game schedule so that she can come to watch him play. Instantly, his whole face changes. For once, an adult heard something good about them. From there, she catches him being good, brags on him in class, and tells him, "If you keep this up all week, I'm calling or emailing your mom and dad with good news." From there, she catches him being good, brags on him. We got that one. Most of these kids have never had a positive phone call from home. So when she calls, the parents usually doesn't even want to answer because school calls are always meant bad news. She shared the story where when the child told his mom, "It's my teacher," the mom said from the background, "Tell her I'm at the grocery store," assuming that it was another problem. Instead, the teacher said, "Okay, when your mom gets back, tell her I'm calling to say good things about you because you've been amazing." When she called again, the mom picked up before the phone even finished a ring. The teacher told her all the good things about her son. The mom went completely silent, and the teacher thought she'd hung up until she'd heard crying. She said, "He's 13. No one has ever said a nice thing about my child." From that point on, the boy spent the rest of the year trying to earn another good news call. And now the parent was a partner too, not just someone dreading school communication. The teacher's message was simple but powerful. Many parents of that kid only ever hear from the school when something goes wrong. So instead of doing what everyone expects, fussing and complaining, only calling when it's bad, she flips it. She catches them being good, calls home with good news, and the kids spend the rest of their year trying to live up to that version of themselves. And it works over and over. Good news is powerful. Being seen for something good is powerful. And that lesson goes far beyond the classroom. Finding the good isn't just for teachers working with troubled students. it can also transform families, relationships, workplaces, and every part of life. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Looking at the cup half full. I always tell you guys that. I truly believe if you look at a kid or if you look at someone and you just judge them for something, then you're usually missing that that other aspect of them. A lot of the kids that are being neglected or just acting out because there's just certain things happening at home and they're having problems or like troubled children. They just need validation. A lot of the times they're like they're looking for validation from someone, and when you give them that, then they try to be that better version of themselves, because then they're like, oh, I'm getting validation from doing good things. That's how a lot of those bad troubled kids turn themselves around, just like this person has talked about. You just have to exemplify a different style, a different method, or exemplify a different a different method of communication. This is Dead Poet Society rubbish. Oh my God. Here is the next little thing. I think we only have 2 more stories I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, here is this one's really sweet. This is this is so cute. Actually, I'm gonna say shields up for this one.
Shields up.
This is so cute. It says brother uses all his school reward money to surprise sister on Christmas. In a wholesome video shared by Proud Mom, she explains that her son had been earning cash through school reward program for good behavior. Instead of spending the money on himself, he chose to use every dollar to enter a raffle in hopes of winning a bicycle for his sister. The risk paid off, and the boy ended up winning the raffle on Christmas morning. He surprised his sister with a bike, and her reaction says it all. It's so sweet.
Wait, who is it for?
You. Her, obviously. Oh.
You're so welcome.
Oh.
You're so welcome. I'll let you ride it.
That's cool.
What a good little bro.
It's a lot bigger than mine.
Oh, what a good little bro. Look at her. Look at her face. She was so cute. She's so
Wait, who
shocked.
is it for?
You. Her, obviously. Look at her face. Oh.
You're so welcome.
Oh my gosh.
You're so welcome. I'll let you ride it.
That's cool. Man.
Oh, what a good bro.
It's a lot bigger than mine.
I love that. I love how he's such a good brother. I love little good sibling stories, you know? And they're always trying to help each other out. It's really cute. A bike could have just given her a bin lid. No, that would have to be what would be an equivalent of the bike if you're poor? Yeah, I guess a bin lid, but tie the rope around his own waist and then run. I guess he could have done that. But you know what? He entered a raffle. It's not like he even bought the thing. Oh yeah, I guess like a unicycle, a bike with no wheels. I know, he was such a good human. Yeah, there we go. A wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow. That's what he needed to do. just get in a wheelbarrow and then like lift it up and like just start running around with the wheelbarrow. That's the one. That's the one. An IOU. Oh. If you're poor, really poor, you get someone else's bike. Oh my god. No. No stealing. I'd love it if you spent like $500 on raffle tickets to get an $80 bike. Ian.
Stop it. Get some help.
Why are you being so mean? Russell for one says, I'm sorry, are you seriously child gambling on this show? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. He won it. He won it with his own monies. He won it for his sister. He could have kept it for himself, but he gave it to his sister. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. I like the little sister's like, oh, thank you, and just like hugged him. It was so cute. Hopefully, he doesn't grow up to have gambling problems. Hopefully. All right, we're gonna close out the show with this last little video, which is awesome. It's about a beaver. Well, a couple beavers. Here we go. Beaver casually drags branch through public area while people cheer. Because, you know, he's doing his beaver thing. Look at him go.
Get her in the river.
Look at him go.
That's hilarious.
He's got a big branch.
Built the dam.
Look at him go. He's got a big old branch. And then there's this one here.
Look at that guy. He's holding up the whole road.
Beaver with a tree. Oh my
He's
gosh.
working hard. Don't rush him.
Everyone's just waiting. I love it.
Made it. Good job, buddy.
Oh, isn't he so cute? He's just like walking across the street.
With a tree. Oh my
I got my
Working hard.
tree.
Don't rush him.
Everyone's just waiting. I love it.
Made it. Good job, buddy.
Oh, yeah, good job, buddy. Look how cute he is with his little tree. He's got a little tree. He's like, I'm gonna go make my nest now. I know, isn't it so cute? It's like the biggest branch I've ever seen. Oh, I don't think it's AI. I think it was real. Hey, I'm walking over here. I saw a cute video of a rescue beaver. Wait, what? Why is it what? What? I saw a cute video of a rescue beaver building a dam in a corridor house out of rugs and pillows and Christmas decorations. Aw, they use everything. They're so cute. I love beavers. Beavers are the best. They're just so like, they're like such hard workers.
Get her in the river.
Get her in the river.
That's hilarious. Beavers built the dam.
Those beavers like, get out of the way, humans. I'm going to my river with my big old stick. Oh, Russell says, I also love beavers. Do you like baby beavers? Should I get another baby beaver video for you? Russell Hall over on Rumble says, we really don't appreciate you getting our hopes up by announcing beaver stories about actual beavers. What do you think it was gonna? What? There's only one type of beaver. They're animals. They're called beavers. What are you talking about? Oh boy, you guys are freaking made me exhausted today. I'm looking at you, Russell and Ian and deranged lunatic. All of you guys have been so challenging today. I'm tired now. God, you guys have made me exhausted. You know what? That's actually a fair statement. Here, I mean, his name is deranged lunatic. He's pretty upfront about it. That's true. That's true. I have to accept people for who they are. He is a deranged lunatic. Every time he freaks out about it, it makes me happy. Okay, I love you guys. Even you, Russell. Thank you for being here for the first show of 2026. You guys are awesome. I will be back next week to talk more about good news on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. But before that, I'll be back this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Going to be hanging out with Verbal Riot, aka Dante. We're going to be hanging out with Michelle, Force of Light. And we're going to talk some Stranger Things. We're going to talk about some Stranger Things. So thank you, everybody, for joining me again. And special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. The Rumble rants, too, even though they're challenging. Oh, Russell. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for all of the interactions and all of it and keeping me on my toes. I will catch you guys next time. Bye, buddy. Oh, yeah. Got 186 people watching live right now across all 3 platforms. Make sure you smash the like before you leave and leave a comment, especially for YouTube algorithm, to let the YouTube AI know that you like this show. You like watching baby giraffes and beavers and, trash can lid sliding kids and all that stuff and arguing with me. Good to see you, Script. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend too. Bye. Love you guys. Leave a comment and I will catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
I know you are mine, come rain or come shine. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today. I don't want to waste no more of our precious time. Give me some good news. Give me some good news today.